Aurora and Arthur Petrova, the Children's Wonderland Adventure. It is 18 o'clock on this Christmas Eve night in Springfield, Chelmsford, where the streetlights are bright. At 33 Falmouth Road, spirits are high. Petar is ecstatic, the apple of his eye. He is 47, wearing glasses of blue, parking his blue BMW, a vehicle quite true. He's making exemplary pasties for the family crew, with beef and fresh taters, a savory stew. Since his birthday is Christmas, the joy is sincere, as he welcomes the magic with nothing to fear. Marija is 42, elate and quite grand, with a bowl of cake batter and a spoon in her hand. Her glasses are orange, her ponytail high. She maintains a pace and brings joy to the eye. Beside her gray VW Polo, she stands with a star, wearing orange clothes to conceal every scar. From a kettle spill accidentally left on a jar, her resilience is noted, both near and afar. Zdravy, she chirps with a melodic hum, as she stirs in the sugar and tastes with her thumb. Aurora and Arthur are helping with zest to make Petar's chocolate cake the absolute best. The kitchen is filled with a cacophonous sound, as cocoa and flour are spread all around. Marija is lenient as the mixing takes place, with a look of pure patience upon her kind face. But Arthur licks chocolate from fingers so sweet, for the 5th time today, a forbidden young treat. "Stop now," cries Marija, with a playful command. "No more finger licking in my kitchen land." Aurora is 12. She's a loquacious girl, with pink-rimmed glasses and hair in a curl. Her buns are held tight with pink clips and a fringe, while the oven starts giving the kitchen a tinge. The Popoffs arrive when the new year comes in. Petar declares with a wide, toothy grin. Walt, Lana, and Theodore, and Narcisse as well, will have many marvelous stories to tell. Aurora is exhilarated. Her spirit is bright, thinking of guests in the midwinter light. Arthur is 10. He's an enthusiastic soul. Wearing green-rimmed glasses, he reaches for the bowl. The Stay City sleepover, he shouts with a cheer. In Greenwich, for New Year, the best time of year. They're ecstatic for London, for beds in a row, where the lights of the city will brilliantly glow. Harlow the Dalmatian is a princess so grand, the most loquacious dog in the whole of the land. She sits by the stove with a dignified air, while the scent of the baking hangs thick in the air. Kiev is a ginger cat, a big mistake, the stupidest feline who ever did wake. He's the primary antagonist, clumsy and slow, causing trouble wherever he chooses to go. He knocks over flour with a dull, heavy thud, as thick as a puddle of Essex-side mud. "Oh, Kiev," sighs Arthur, "you're the worst cat of all," as Kiev trips accidentally and hits the back wall. But Harlow just ignores him. Her grace is supreme, like a beautiful princess in a wonderful dream. In the garden, they spy an omen of grace, a rabbit in waistcoats with a very fast pace. Rich the rabbit is white, with a watch in his hand, scurrying fast through the Springfield side sand. "I'm late," he exclaims. "It's exhilarating, true." The parents are watching. They see the flash, too. Marija and Petar embrace the strange sight, for they know that the magic is perfectly right. "Let's follow," cries Arthur, "toward the great unknown," as the path to the portal is brilliantly shown. Aurora and Arthur, exhilarated and bold, follow the pets as the story is told. They reach for the hedge and they both lose their grip, finding themselves on a very long trip. Kiev falls too. With a cacophonous meow, the sibilant wind starts to hiss at them now. "We're falling," cries Aurora. "Accidentally. What fun! The best of our adventures has only begun." They tumble and slide down the dark, silky tunnel, as if they were poured through a giant-sized funnel. "Observe this," cries Arthur, elated and free. "A world of transition for you and for me." The parents fall with them, embracing the flight. Their exhilarated spirits are shining so bright. They fall past a clock and a jar of plum jam. The wind hits their faces with a soft, gentle slam. Mila moya, cries Petar. The ceiling is floor. I've never seen magic like this here before. They land in a house that is built on the sky, where the grass is the ceiling and birds flutter by. They find a small bottle, a wine-colored treat. Drink me, it says, in a script that is neat. We shall, says Maria. It's distinguished and sweet, a Wonderland beverage for us all to meet. They take a small sip, and they start to now shrink. It's exhilarating, cries Arthur. I'm small as a blink. The room becomes vast, but they feel quite grand, small explorers in this spectacular land. Their size is diminished, their spirits are tall, as they wander together, so tiny and small. They meet a blue fellow, distinguished and tall, Clayton the caterpillar, who sits on a wall. Who are you? He asks in a sonorous tone, sitting atop of his mushroom-shaped throne. Zdrave, greets Petar. We are guests in your sight, seeking the magic and seeking the light. Clayton is loquacious. He points with his hand to the most beautiful parts of this Wonderland land. He exhales a cloud that is shaped like a car, a blue BMW that travels quite far. Then Duchess Debbie comes drifting along, singing a sibilant, sweet little song. Welcome, she cries. You are just in good time. To miss such a party is surely a crime. She is vocal and kind, with a marvelous mind, the most distinguished of hosts you could possibly find. Hold your horses. She laughs with a jubilant zest. You must meet my baby, the pride of the West. She holds little Bert with a motherly grace, a look of pure happiness fixed on her face. Young Bert is a baby so bouncy and bright, he giggles and gurgles with total delight. He's a treasure, says Arthur, reaching a hand. To the smallest of princes in all of the land, the sibilance sounds as the Duchess does sing, while the bells of the forest begin to now ring. You alleviate sadness, the Duchess declares. As they walk past the flowers in musical pairs, the baby is joyful, a distinguished young boy, filling the garden with laughter and joy. They enter a kitchen where Clementine cooks, with a shelf full of magical, leather-bound books. She's tossing in pepper, a shimmering cloud, while the sibilant sizzle is happy and loud. Sizzle and pop goes the pan on the heat, as she makes peppery tarts for a holiday treat. Maria assists her to season the dish, with a sprinkle of magic and every good wish. The pepper is pungent, it makes them all sneeze, a cacophonous sound in the Wonderland breeze. Up in the branches of a shimmering tree, a giant wide grin is all Aurora can see. 'Twas Celeste the cat, with her eyes like the moon, humming a low and a sibilant tune. You're elated, she purrs, and distinguished too, in a land that is festive and perfectly blue. She is loquacious, then starts to now fade, leaving a grin in the deep purple shade. The ginger cat's stupid, she says with a sneer. A big mistake, cat has no business here. They come to a table where tea is the theme, under a sky that is colored like cream. Maisie the Hatter is wearing a hat. Tell me your stories, she says with a chat. She wears a tall topper with ribbons of gold, as the most wondrous secrets are finally told. Plenty of room, shouts Maisie with glee, for the finest of families to join us for tea. Petar sits down with a distinguished air, as the magic of tea time is felt everywhere. Harry the Hare has a bow on his nose, and festive embroidery all over his clothes. Welcome, he shouts. It's a beautiful day. We've waited all evening to join in the play. Arthur pulls up a large velvet chair, with a look of excitement and nothing to spare. The tea party's bedlam, a dance of the best, where the variable hosts never give any rest. Compliment the biscuits, Harry does cry, as a plate of sweet cookies goes fluttering by. Dora the Dormouse is waking from sleep, in a teapot of porcelain, cozy and deep. Aurora sits down, and she gives her a pat. Tell us, sweet Dora, of where you are at. Lack-a-day, she exclaims with a smile and a sigh, as she points to the stars in the Wonderland sky. This tea is like nectar. It's sweet, says the girl. As she watches the steam in a sibilant swirl, the party is joyous. A magical map, as Dora jumps out of her porcelain trap. They reach a grand garden where roses are white, but card soldiers paint them in red with delight. The Queen of Hearts enters, bossy and stern, with a serious look that makes everyone learn. Paint them much faster, she yells at the crowd. Her voice is imperious, serious, and loud. Harlow the princess walks right by her side, with Dalmatian beauty and Dalmatian pride. I propose a new game, the Queen says with a glare, and I expect every player to play it with care. Obichante, Maria says with a smile, as they play on the grass for a wonderful while. The Queen is quite bossy, she barks every rule, treating the garden like her private school. They use tall flamingos to hit the round ball, the most exhilarated game of them all. Maria is skillful, her aim is quite true, under the sky of a Wonderland blue. Don't exacerbate me, the Queen warns the air, as she fixes the family with a serious stare. More tarts for everyone, the Queen yells at the sky. As the cards and the soldiers go fluttering by, Petar steps forward, he's brave and he's tall. We love your kingdom, the best of them all. He shares a Cornish pasty, a rudimentary treat, which the serious Queen finds remarkably sweet. This is distinguished, the Queen does admit, as she takes a large bite and enjoys every bit. The tension is softened, the magic is evoked, as the Queen's frozen heart is finally stoked. But Kiev the cat, that stupid mistake, accidentally trips and starts a great shake. He tangles his paws in the Queen's royal gown, bringing the whole of the tea party down. You loathsome creature, the Queen starts to shout, as the magic of Wonderland starts to run out. The scene starts to wane, and the garden does fly, as a swirling white mist fills the Wonderland sky. He's ruined it all, Arthur cries with a groan, as the sibilant seeds of the ending are sown. Then crackle goes the oven, a loud, happy sound, and they wake on the rug on the Springfield side ground. The dream was a blur, like a mist on the pane, as the Christmas Eve frost turns to Essex side rain. Petar and Maria are laughing with glee. Dobar Vetcher, they say to the whole family. They remember the Queen and the caterpillar's throne, in a world that was better than they'd ever known. The kitchen is warm and the mood is elate, as they pile the pasties upon every plate. Aurora and Arthur look at each other. The sister is smiling at her younger brother. Tomorrow the Popovs, Aurora declares, as she adjusts all the cushions and moves all the chairs. And then Greenwich Stay City, Arthur adds with a grin, when the New Year's adventure is ready to begin. Kiev is sleeping, a big mistake cat, while Harlow the princess sits on her mat. They shared the same vision, a collective delight, at 33 Falmouth on Christmas Eve night.